Hey, welcome back. It's VODs and it's V Games, and we just leveled up our weapon to +2. We leveled up our character so that we have some more vitality and strength to meet the minimum requirements for one of the weapons we'll be using later on in the game. So now, we're through here at the Hunter's Dream, and we're gonna go fight our first boss. So I'll move on to Central Yharnam. Okay, so we're gonna head down here. We'll have to kill our first enemy here. It takes 2 hits now. We'll get our torch out so we can see. Attack our enemies. Get some free bullets, since they seem to always draw bullets. And we're gonna go up the stairs now. On the right here, we're going to find an enemy. And back over here is another one. There we go. Remember, starting out, we don't want to trade hits. We don't want to get hit. So we avoid both. We dodge. We wait, and then we attack. Here, if we look, are the 2 werewolves from the episode before. So we've snuck around them to the other side, and they won't see us unless we head over there. Over here, we can drop down, and this will take us, well, I can't say it's a shortcut, but it takes us down to, the lamppost, the lamppost we were just at. But the first boss is right over here. And the safe and strategic way to do this, lock on. This is the first bird that will notice you. If you walk up, it will slowly scoot over towards you. And you just slowly back up, because we don't want to attack it when it is close to the other enemies. So we'll wait, wait for it to go down, attack. This second bird will never notice you unless you throw a pebble at it or some other item. I would not suggest a Molotov, because the radius of the explosion would, or I can't say it will, but it will probably attract other enemies. So we can sneak up here. This one will notice you and slowly scoot over. And we do this so that we can slowly sneak up behind this guy and do a charged attack and a visceral. Okay, so the first boss is called, I believe it's called a cleric beast, and actually this could be the second, but this is not even a required boss, but is the easiest boss, so it's a good one to start with, or I think it's one of the easiest bosses. Now it is a beast, so the serration damage from our saw cleaver is good. We do have Molotovs if we would like to use them. Also, we could equip oil urns. What are they called? Yeah, oil urns. Or we could just fight him. So, it's a giant beast, and you'll notice throughout the fight that as his health goes down, he becomes more aggressive. So, and he might even acquire, I think he acquires some new movesets, but, oh, here he comes. First thing first. Does a lot of damage. Alright, we're gonna go fight him. Ooh. Oh, missed him. Now, if you'll notice, I play unlocked and locked, both. And you'll notice if we had not upgraded our weapon, we'd be doing less damage. Oh, that was bad timing. Alright, we'll perform a visceral. Oh, no we won't. We'll just end up killing him. But sometimes you'll notice it's easier to dodge around him instead of being locked on. I'm sorry, roll around him instead of being locked on and dodging. Because you can control your rolls a lot more as far as the direction you go, a lot more easily than you can the dodges. The dodges cover more space and they're quicker, but the rolls are a lot more tactical. Pick up some silver bullets, light the lamp. Okay. Acquired some bullets. I'm sorry, some blood echoes. We can head back to the Hunter's Dream, and we can level up if we want, or we can buy things. I'm not sure. I think we got a badge. We did. We got the Sword Hunter badge. So there should be more items here for us to purchase. We can get a hand lantern now. I don't think we could before. We can purchase this Hunter Chief Emblem. It costs 10,000 blood echoes, so I usually don't buy it, especially in our first game. Maybe in New Game Plus and later on when you earn a lot more blood echoes. But early on, there's a shortcut to get around. It's not a shortcut, but it's an alternative way, so you avoid paying the 10,000 blood echoes. And now we've unlocked the Kirk Hammer, which is, if you look at the attribute bonus in the middle, has a C in strength. It is a strength weapon. It also does well in arcane. Also, we can now buy the repeating pistol. And we still have these items we can buy. Let's go ahead and buy that outfit. Or attire, whatever you want to call it. They call it attire. And there we are. Now you'll notice we have 5 insight now. If you look at the top right, 5 insight instead of the 1 that we had before. So I don't know that we can purchase anything new here besides, yes. As soon as we defeat the next boss, there will be an item and some attire we can purchase here for insight, but not until then. But why don't we go ahead and fight the next boss? The next boss, let's see, we'll pull it up. How much, just curious.
Welcome.
How much to level up?
Very well.
Oh, I can level up. Why don't we do it? Let's go to 15 health.
Farewell, good man.
There we are. Okay. We're going to go to Central Yharnam again. The next boss here is Father Gascoigne. And I think for new players, this is the one most likely get stuck on, is Father Gascoigne. I did when I first started playing. He kicked my butt. And now I don't find him very difficult at all. Occasionally, you get cocky and you just think you can destroy them, but and so I die. But in general, this is a fairly easy fight for me now. There's a couple phases in the fight, so we'll need to learn them. But if you like, after you kill the first boss, there's some new dialogue with this NPC.
Yes, I see. But the Great Bridge is the only way to the Cathedral Ward. And during the hunt, the bridge is closed. You could try the aqueduct. There's a rather, how shall I put it, colourful area south of the Great Bridge. From there, an aqueduct leads to the Cathedral Ward. Not a place you'd normally want to visit, but I don't imagine you have much of a choice, do you? Not much of it.
He basically tells us to go to where the next boss is. Alright, if we want, we can try on different attire. You can see in the damage reduction column in the middle, if you scroll over it, if the numbers go red, the defense goes down. If they're blue, it goes up. So you get that for various things, depending on what you do. But we'll go ahead and do the Yharnam hunter hat and the gloves. Why not? I don't really care. Okay, we'll get our enemy dead. Doesn't drop anything. We'll sneak through here. He drops blood vials, I'd say half the time, it seems. Silver bullets all the time. And now we're going to come through here. And this is what I recommend doing. I usually end up parrying Gascoigne a couple times. Not always, but it happens, so I like to have some blood vials. And I know these enemies here drop health vials. So I'm going to parry them. Should kill them now that I do more damage. There we go. We'll heal. See if any of them drop coins. Nope. Still haven't had any of them drop coins yet. Okay, now we're going to come down here, and I guess this leads us to the aqueduct. Now we have been here before. We just didn't go all the way to the boss. So we're going to wait. That ball up there is going to light on fire, roll down here as well. And I like to do a charged R2 attack. We do more damage now, so it's even easier. And here it comes. Boom. Alright, let's see. And for some reason, I don't know why, whenever you lock on, the one on the left is always the one that automatically locks on first. I haven't figured that out. But we just come up here, lure him down. It's quite simple. Wait for him to attack and then parry. There we are, shining coins. So, this is what a shining coin looks like on the ground. Nothing special. But it can help you indicate whether you've been through an area or not. And as soon as we get to the Forbidden Woods, some people, especially new players, I felt lost when I started. Because you're trying to figure out, okay, did I go here, did I go there? Because you're in woods, you're in the forest, you're not sure exactly where you are a lot of the time. So, alright, we're going to, there's 2 enemies here. I don't want to fight them at the same time, just like most enemies. So, we lure one of them over. Wait till he gets a little farther over here. There we are. That transformed attack does quite a bit of damage. We can sneak up behind him and do a charged attack, a visceral. I believe this item on the left is Bold Hunter's Mark. Yep. And got a Bloodstone Shard. 4. Once we get to 8 Bloodstone Shards, we can level up to 3 on our weapon. Okay, up here is the boss. Once you go through the door area, the fight begins. So we need to make sure we are equipped with what we want before then. So Father Gascoigne, he uses the Hunter's Axe, one of the weapons that we could have started with. And at first he starts with it in one-handed mode. And then once he gets to about 1/3 of his health gone, he switches to two-handed mode. And then once he loses the next 1/3 of his health, he becomes a beast. And at that point, he is weak to serration damage and fire, which is why we have our oil urn and Molotovs, if we end up deciding to use them. But what we want is that music box that we were given by the little girl in the house, the NPC. Because the music box, it plays this music, and this ends up being the little girl's father, Gascoigne. So he remembers he is stalled, kind of stunned for, I don't know, a few seconds, and you can go behind him, you can attack him, you can do a visceral attack, you can throw Molotovs at him, and he's just going to stand there. But maybe it's better seen than live than before, so we'll go ahead and activate the fight scene.
Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them, sooner or later.
Interesting enough, if you notice, his eyes are covered with rags. So, his blunderbuss attack, he has the blunderbuss and the what's it called, the Hunter's Axe. Oh, I haven't been able to parry him yet. There we are. Again, he has a dialogue, and he switches to the transform mode.
The sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me. It's enough to make a man sick.
Alright, so some of these attacks, they're easier to parry than others. Now he does a charged R2 attack, and if he does that, this one, you want to time it so that you parry the second swing. see if we can get him to... Oh. There we are. And let's see if he transforms now. Nope. Oh, yep. Alright, so we have our music box equipped. We'll play it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know if I'm going to get the backstab. There we are. Slide up behind him, and backstab him, and he's dead. Now, he is a lot more aggressive when he goes into beast form. So you have to be aware that, yeah, he's at a third of his life now, but the attacking is non-stop. It's a lot more. He's way more aggressive, I'll just say. So you just have to be aware of that, because he just might end up killing you. You might get him all the way down to that mode, and then he might kill you pretty quick. Here we find a body with a red jeweled brooch. That is what the little girl said that her mother had. So it appears that the beast has taken over Gascoigne, and he did end up killing his wife. At least that's what it looks like. So we'll go up here. One thing we did get in this fight was the Odin tomb key. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it allows you to open this gate. Okay. Come up here, and we find a ladder. We need to go up this. To the very top. And as we come here, if we look to the left, here's another one of those notes that you can read if you want to read the lore. The Burgenler spider hides all manner of rituals and keeps our lost master from us. A terrible shame. It makes my head shudder uncontrollably. And here we find the not the rune workshop tool, the workshop gem tool. I don't know, blood gem workshop tool. That's what it's called. Now we can attach blood gems to our weapon. And we'll open this door, and we'll have a cutscene. Okay, I think that will do it for this episode. Make another one shortly, but I wanted to get through those two bosses because the other episodes have been longer and we hadn't covered. It just feels like you don't go as far in the game if you don't fight a boss. So I wanted to get through those quickly, and then we'll meet back in the Hunter's Dream.